What up, guys? Welcome to Death Wish Studios. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about some Crysis Warhead. Now, Crysis Warhead does not perform quite as well as Crysis Part 1. But unfortunately I can't do a review on that because the frames per second doesn't come out on that. There's a glitch on there. But anyway, here I'm going to show you quick what the resolution and what the anti-aliasing is at. And also what the max settings, which everything is set to max, motion blur included, everything is set to maximum. So we're going to go ahead and load a game and go from there. Now, Crysis Warhead, Crysis 1, great games. Crysis Warhead, not as good as Crysis 1. However, I don't think, unless I missed a storyline somewhere, I do not think that Crysis Warhead really captured the story of Part 1. If you guys remember how Part 1 ended, Nomad was headed back into the island, and that's the last we heard of him. Personally, I want to see Nomad come back in Part 2. I don't know the details to Part 2 yet, but I'm hoping that he does come back and to continue the storyline from Part 1. Unless I missed it somewhere in this crazy-ass game that we got right here. But anyway, as always, top left corner, if you guys see up there, there's the frames per second, how much is being used by the video card, and all that crap. Now, Fraps is running. Crysis is a very, very demanding game on both processor, video card, everything. And I have Crysis running, and I'm getting decent frames per second. Obviously, it's cutting it in half just about because I'm getting about 35 to 40. I'm averaging about 40 to 50. I usually average about 60 to 70 without Fraps, which is not bad. Now, you know what system I have. I have the Tri-Sli 480 GTXs, the 980X overclocked to 9.8 on air, or 9.8. 980X overclocked to 3.8 on air, and I will be getting the water block for it so I can overclock it to 5+. The system that I have is great. The new 580 GTXs came out. That's awesome. But I think that I saw a review earlier about a guy that he did a review with the 980X along with 480 GTXs, and to me that's just way insane overkill. There's no game or anything that exists right now to even utilize that much power. You need to get all kinds of stuff for that power supply, way more RAM than what I have. Heck, I need to get more RAM just for these three. Now, 580 GTXs, 4 of them. The only advantage I see to that is you set one to physics, dedicated to physics, and you should be good to go. But if 3 is more than enough video cards, 480 GTXs or above, hell, 4 series and 5 series for that matter, in order to run any game plus then some games that are coming out. Crysis 2, for example, which is going to be the discussion today. Crysis 2 comes out March 2011 or April, sometime next year, 2011. Or it might be October, hell, I don't know. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. But Crysis 2 is going to be a hell of a game. It's going to be a very demanding game. However, I noticed that Crysis 2 is coming out for consoles as well. Obviously, they're going to have to bring down the graphics on the console side versus the PC side. This is a stupid question, I know, because you guys are watching this video, but it's got to start a trend here. What console or what platform are you going to get it for? Crysis 2. I have all three. I have Xbox 360, PS3, obviously PC. I'm going to get it for PC because I want to get all the eye candy I can. And Xbox 360 and PS3 just cannot, they can't offer that to me like the PC can, especially with the system that I have. Now, for the question for you guys, what platform are you going to get it for? Do you have a beefed up enough computer in order to run Crysis 2 at its full glory? Or are you just going to settle with the console version, deal with the graphic issues, or less graphical issues, but have better frame rates? Or are you going to upgrade your computer? You know, let me know what it is, or let everybody know what you're going to do with it. Now, that being said, PC versus console has been a huge thing. A lot of people say consoles are catching up to PCs. A lot of PC gamers are saying no, consoles will never catch up to PCs. Me, having all three, I have the Wii included. I have everything, PS3, Xbox 360, and computer. Graphic-wise, it all depends on the developer for me. Crysis, for example, will never be able to run on an Xbox, Crysis 1 or 2, or a PS3, unless you way dumb down the graphics on it. Loading times, a whole lot faster on PC, depending on your system. Hard drive space, a whole lot better on PC. You can just do a lot more with PC, but gaming wise, PC is always going to be #1 top dog, no matter what you look, no matter what you do for that matter. Now, my question to you guys is, PC versus console. On the other end, advantages and disadvantages of PC, advantages and disadvantages of consoles. What do you guys think on that? Me personally, advantages of PC, well, hell, it's clear as day right here. Graphics are insane. You'll never get this on the consoles. Disadvantages, price. How deep does your wallet go, basically? Just for these things that I have here for the processor and the video cards, 3Gs right there, gone. The 580 GTX just came out. That's $3,500 probably. You know, the processors come out. Everything is a lot more expensive. So just for 2 things or 4 things, however you want to look at it, that I have here is $3,000. That's not including RAM. That's not including monitor. That's not including hard drive, case, cooling, blah blah. Oh my god, all kinds of stuff. Motherboard, everything you can imagine. Sound card. You can spend $5,000 on a freaking computer system, and you know you can connect all kinds of crap for the Xbox 360. That's the disadvantages for the PC. Advantages for the console. It can be hooked up to big ass TVs. It's portable. You can take it to your friend's house. Multiplayer. You can have multiple people play at once. On a computer, multiple people on a keyboard is kind of gay. Disadvantages: graphical issues, loading issues. You're only constrained to 1 CD. For example, on a PC, you can have multiple CDs and install them all at once and have a big ass game, a long ass game, Fallout 3 or all that good crap. For example, Oblivion. I know they came up with PS3 as well, but loading times are a whole lot better. But I leave you with that. PC versus console. Disadvantages and advantages of PC. Disadvantages and advantages of console. Which one do you think, looking at it in that perspective, is a top dog? Alright guys, well this is Death Wish signing out. Go ahead and rate and let me know what you think of the video. Peace.
चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया छैया छैया